Today, I will be giving you my top 10 tips to help you improve in Dragon Ball Sparking Zero. I've gotten a good enough feel for the game and it's time for me to share my advice, so without any further ado, let's jump right in. Tip number 1, I want you guys to do the tutorial. I know this might sound obvious to some of you, but I can't stress this enough. I've seen too many people skip the tutorial and wonder why they don't know the basics of this game. The tutorial was done great and it will teach you a lot of the mechanics this game has, and just to skip it is not a good idea at all. It is very in-depth, and so for all the new players out there, I highly advise you to do so. So yeah, do the tutorial. As you can see, it has many categories on basic maneuvers, close range maneuvers, ki blast, counters, and this is just the beginning part of it. There's intermediate, there's advanced, there's like high level. There's a lot of categories in the tutorial that you just need to understand, and you need to do it for you to be good at this game. Moving on to tip number 2. This should really be tip number 1, but I need you guys to choose a controller type, whether it's classic or standard. Standard is pretty much oriented to the newer players who haven't played a traditional Tenkaichi game, so it's best for you guys to go to standard. I believe standard is a lot better than classic, but classic is more for the OGs who already have a fully understanding of how the game works, so they can just jump right into it. So choose your controller type. If you're familiar with the Raging Blast game, standard is pretty much identical to that with a few changes, so it's a little more modern. Now for tip number 3, I want you to pick a character you enjoy and know that character's purpose. For example, you can't charge ki with Android, so you'll be spending your time mostly playing aggressive and rushing your character. Use that to your advantage. Picking a character is very important in this game, and don't forget to choose a character you enjoy. There's over 180 plus characters in this game, and just to stick with one of them, it's just, you're not gonna have a good time. So get creative, choose the character you want, and know that character's purpose. That's tip number 3. I'm gonna need y'all to listen up with this tip because this is a very important one. Tip number 4 is to conserve your ki. Maintaining ki is crucial in this game, and now dashing consumes ki and makes it a lot more tricky to save. This is a new mechanic in Sparking Zero because back in Budokai Tenkaichi 3, you used to move freely. It never cost you ki, so you didn't have to worry about it. Now in this game, everything you do costs ki. If you can see dashing, Z-burst dash, ascending, descending, everything costs ki, so you want to make sure you have enough ki so you can play to your advantage and play aggressive at the same time. You do want to keep in mind, ki will save you from many attacks in this game, so without it, you're pretty much cooked. Even in vanish battles, you might just want to be like, yo, we're going nowhere with this and we're just wasting ki. Maybe I'm gonna hold off and just give the guy the win. Because in the end, if you guys just both waste your ki, you're not getting anywhere, especially with androids. So don't waste your ki on that. Make sure to conserve your ki, very important. If you take this into account, you will have a way easier time getting to your opponent in ranked or even with your friends and having the advantage over them. I'm putting you guys on game right now, so make sure you're taking these notes. Moving up to tip number 5, defense. I need you guys to know that defense is your best offense and it will either make or break your game. Defense can get a little tricky, but there's a massive amount of mechanics that Sparking Zero has that you could use to your advantage. First, you need to understand that the block button can be held neutral, up, or down. So for example, if your opponent is launching a grand slash, if you hold the analog stick downwards while pressing your block button, you're going to be able to counter that, and you could get the offense. You could go on the offensive side. That's just the surface level, but we're going to get a lot more into detail with it. I can also get into tip number 6 with this, and that's sidestepping. Sidestepping is crucial in this game and not a lot of people use it, so it will throw a lot of the casual players off, so you have that to your advantage. By incorporating sidestepping in your playstyle, you will have a lot more openings to counter your opponent, and it's extremely simple to do. I specifically use the sidestep when the opponent is about to dragon dash towards me, and once I get that opening, I can easily strike them and counter. So that's also, keep in mind, sidestepping is crucial. Use it to your advantage. For tip number 7, I want you guys to start using ki blast a lot more often, and you will see the difference immediately. Ki blast is the perfect way to cancel out your combo and continue to do a massive amount of damage. This will instantly get you a lot better, so you need to practice it a lot in training mode. Trust me, if you hold the ki blast button, it will give you a more powerful one and you can stun the enemy. If you jump and press triangle, it will almost give you a barrage of ki blast and you can strike after that. There's many ways you can utilize ki blast, and this is only a couple. You could also ki poke the enemy when you're trying to apply pressure from neutral, and you could slowly strike them after that. Think of it in a way like the ki blast canceling in Xenoverse. It's very similar, but it's also a little bit different. Tip number 8 is to extend your combos. I know a lot of people do the standard square combo as you see right here, but it is not optimal. By doing that combo, you give the opponent easily amount of time to vanish, and they can easily punish you. And the damage itself is not optimal. So instead, I want you to try to follow up on your combos. For example, if you hit your opponent 5 times, and once you create that distance, and the distance is made, if you press your dash button, you can string and do the combo again. This string is able to be done twice, so you want to be careful with it, as you can see in the clip right there. Once you get that string off, you can freestyle a little bit with a rolling hammer or a grand slash or even into your super attack. This is a lot more safe to do, and your opponent is going to be, keep in mind they can banish or super counter, but it's a lot harder to do rather than doing the standard square combo. So this is very important to do. Also, every combo listed is in the skill chart, so you want to take the time and learn your character's combos. As you can see right here, you can see the skill points, the movements, short dash, everything is listed right there. So just one day, if you want to learn your character, go to the skill tree, learn their moves, because every combo is different in this game. So this is very important to do, and if you extend your combos, you'll have a very easier time on rank. Tip number 9 is to use sparking mode. As you guys already noticed about how sparking mode can literally help you do a 180 and completely change the outcome of the game. Now I do have my own thoughts on this though. Many people tend to just mash square while using sparking mode, and you can chain up to 20 hits while doing so. The thing is that it's extremely easy to vanish out of, and it's not going to work in rank. So my tip to you guys is to literally get into sparking mode, do what you gotta do, and get out of it. You want to do as quick as you can. Be it 3 regular strikes into a down steady slash to drop them and do your ultimate. Get that ultimate off and you're done. While you don't want to stalk too much at sparking mode, because people, when they see you in sparking mode, they panic and they're just going to start spamming Q Blast and play a lot more toxic. So you just want to get out of that mode, to be honest. So that's what I'll say. Get your 3 hits in or your 4 hits in. Get the regular short combo that's pretty safe to do. Get your ultimate and get out of sparking mode. That's tip number 9. The final tip I have for you guys today is to utilize your skill points efficiently. Each and every character in this game has different skill moves, and you want to use them to your advantage. For example, Kefla has the buffs where I could get more attack and more defense. And when I have this up, I can change that tide of the outcome of this battle. So you want to just use them to your advantage. You don't just want to do instant spark, because it's not going to work most of the time. These moves are vital and you don't want to brush them off. Well, that's all I have for you guys today. I hope you guys took something from this and can improve yourselves on it. Remember, all it takes is just a little bit of practice. If you enjoyed the video, I would appreciate it if you guys could like, comment, subscribe to push this video out to the algorithm. And with that being said, I'm out.